Hello everyone. Today is March 25th, which means tomorrow I will be at AVS. So today I'm just finishing up some last things I need to do. I'm pretty much done with the car. I really just need to check the fluids. I do want to re-bleed the brakes again, just because I want to see if I can get the hydro to lock a little bit better. I also have my center console that I never put back together after installing my hydro, so I am going to go ahead and try to take care of that today. Another thing I will be replacing really quickly is this ribbon cable on, I don't know what this is called, but this ribbon cable. So in my hydro installation video, which I have not posted yet, I don't think I really finished recording at the end or made an outro, just because the next day I did want to take the car out drifting for a little bit just to show you guys how it all kind of worked. But after I had finished putting the hydro in, I did take the car out into the street and I was just kind of ripping on the hydro, trying to make sure it was working. And while I was doing so, I kind of just had like my center pieces just kind of like dangling on the side right over here, and this was hanging out too. I did end up damaging it, as you can see. So at the time I did not know that controlled like the little AC module in here. So after I brought the car back inside, the fans above the steering wheel would not turn off. It was just blasting hot air. During the night it's fine, just because it's usually kind of cold at night, and if I am driving the car I usually have the windows rolled down because for some reason it kind of smells like gasoline in here. So I try to get some ventilation and leave the windows down. So at night it's okay, but during the day it is just way too hot to be in this car with those fans blasting. So I went ahead and ordered a new ribbon cable from eBay. I have that inside of the house because I am going to take this inside. With my hydro, I could no longer put this back together, so I went ahead and took this over to my parents' house, and I had my dad trim this for me. So I'm not going to be putting that back on, but I will be putting this back on once I get everything situated with the ribbon cable. I am gonna go ahead and keep my shifter boots. I have the inside part inside of the garage right over there, but this is really easy to take off. It's just a few screws. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and put this back on the shifter, just so I don't get all that noise and air coming towards me. As you can see, that's like the floor. I hadn't done this before just because I couldn't put everything back together. As you can see, these are a little bit shorter, and with the plate added, I wasn't able to get everything screwed in. So I did go to Home Depot and I bought some longer screws. I already went ahead and put one over here. I also bought some washers to put in between the plate and the screws. So I'm going to go ahead and replace these screws as well and start putting my center console back together. I did not make any trims to this part of the center console just yet because I'm not too sure if I have to. I'm pretty sure I am going to, at least in this corner right over here for the hydro. If that's the case, I did ask my dad if he could come over and help me get this part trimmed up just so I could put everything back together. That way it'll look a little more cleaner tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and get that ribbon cable taken care of. So I have everything taken apart here. Here is the old cable, and then here is the brand new cable that I got from eBay. So the price of this cable was $29.20. I had watched a video on replacing this. If I remember correctly, I believe there's two little tabs on this right over here that you can just go in with like a little pin or something really small and just push those inwards, I believe, or outwards, one of those directions, and then this should just slip out. I don't exactly remember how to put it back on this side, but if you guys saw, I kind of just slipped it out. So what I'm thinking is you really just need to slip it back in. Sorry, right over here. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this side right over here, and then I'll move on to this part. So change of plans. So I was trying to get the ribbon cable out of this little thing. I don't know if I can get it to focus, but you're supposed to take a push pin to one of these sides. I ended up trying both because I couldn't get it off, but you're supposed to just be able to like wiggle this out and then replace the cable. Well, it wasn't budging, so I'm gonna go ahead and just save this for a different day when I actually have more time to like work with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this out for right now. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take off the motor or the fuse so that these fans aren't blasting air into my face tomorrow. For right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting my interior back together. I have my dad's tool right over here. It looks like the hydro is hitting on the inside right over here, and I think it clears right over here on this corner. I'm not too sure until I actually push it down, but it's definitely hitting this part right over here. So what I'm thinking is I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start by cutting. I might just try to follow along. I'm not too sure just yet. I do want to cut little by little so I don't end up cutting more than I need. All right, so this is what I ended up with. So I'm just gonna take that to the car and see if it fits in there. Okay, so I just want to show you guys what I have going on. So it looks like it's almost all the way down. I want to say, I think it's just this corner right over here that's hitting the plate and it's not letting it go inside. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim that little part off and see if I can get it in afterwards. So if you guys look at my brake line on my hydro, it is actually rubbing right over here against this part right over here. I did think that I was gonna have to take my coin tray out, but I don't think it's hitting that. And I think I'll be able to just tuck this line around everything that's going on over here. But it is definitely hitting this. I can actually mush this down to where it actually sits right next to it, but I don't really like that. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grind this part off and see if I can push it back in without any trouble. Since I'm almost ready to get this console back in, I'm just gonna go ahead and start knocking the shifter out as well. Okay, so I got the boots on and everything is tightened down as well. I could have done a better job at tucking this in. Okay, so I think I got everything in. It did take a decent amount of grinding. I think I had to go in like 6 different times to make some extra cuts each time just to be able to get everything to fit in there, but I think it's finally done. So I think that pretty much concludes this video. Got everything that I wanted together except for that ribbon cable, but like I said, I'll probably knock that out some other day. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night just kind of cleaning up the car a little bit more and having it ready for tomorrow morning because the event does start at 8. I believe it is like a 2 hour 30-minute drive. So I am planning on waking up at like around 4 in the morning just to start getting ready. I totally forgot I do actually have to go pick up the trailer, so I would have knocked that out really quickly. Then I'll come back and finish cleaning up the Z. I'm gonna check the fluids as well, and after that I think I should be done. I already have my tools in the back of the car over here. I'm just gonna load them into the truck tomorrow morning, so I don't have anything in the car. I will go ahead and record myself at ABS tomorrow, so that should probably be the next video you guys see. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.